What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to another week, you guys. We got another week. Well, we got another day the Lord has blessed us with. We starting another week, Chad. We are starting another week. Um Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Listen, I'm gonna just let me say this. Look, I'm all over the place already. I was getting ready to tell y'all I'm all over the place right now. And I couldn't even get that out without being all over the place. So listen, y'all know I don't like this. I like this color, but I do not like matte, and I cannot find my lip gloss. I know it is. It's in my purse, but I don't feel like getting up. So here's the thing. Good afternoon, you guys. Yana, you said you was waiting for me. Girl, I'm all over. Let me tell y'all something now. This is gonna be a quick chat. You know that at 6 o'clock, I wasn't even gonna go live today, but this was on my spirit. Okay, this was on my spirit. So I just had some things I needed to get off my chest. Y'all know we'll be back at 6 o'clock. We'll be interviewing Dior, aka King Beautiful, from the web reality series Chasing Dallas. So you guys meet me back here at 6 o'clock, please. But I'm I just got to get some things off my chest. And I'm gonna be all over the place. So let me tell you now, I'm gonna be all over the place. So for those of you that are listening to this on the playback or you don't know me that well, I'm sorry, but we're here to talk about Jocelyn Hernandez getting she did get arrested, but we're here to talk about the whole damn situation. Okay. I just got some things I need to say. Okay, I got some things I need to say. So let me start by saying hi to my people. Special shout out to my members who are lit up in green. We did have a members only live yesterday. If you missed it, y'all going back and check it out. We talked a little bit. Um, I told you guys that I was not going to review Jared the Subway guy, that documentary, but I ended up talking about it anyway. So if you want to hear my thoughts, you go listen to that. Hey Amber, what's up, Lily? It's me. Hey Vintage 1970 little baby. Linda Gamble. Hey Yana. Lock Queen. World's Wife. Okay, World's Wife. I like that name. Miss Bynum. Hey Ronnie, I haven't seen you in a while, Ronnie. I hope you've been doing well. Hey Alex, give me shelter. Hey child. King Abby, I haven't seen you in a while. Give me shelter too. How you doing, my love? Hey Mia, Princess. I need to check in with you too. I see you had some drama going on over there on your side of the world. Hey girl, Denisha Gee, how are you? Hey Mark M, Chef Don. Hey Boo. Hey Karay. Is that Sarah said? Sarah said. Am I saying it right? Sarah said his race was listed as W on the mugshot. Oh, her race was listed as W on the mugshot. Oh, she not black now? She not black now? Oh, I thought she chose to be black. I thought that's what she told us. Her justification for whooping up or for fighting Amber Rose. I thought she said she chooses to be black and she don't understand. So hold on, where is it? Because I got it. Hold on. Her race is listed as. Oh Lord, sorry y'all. Her race is listed as W. Hold on, let me go look at that because I didn't even pay that much attention. But hold on, hold on, hold on. Not that I don't believe you, because I believe you. I believe you, but I need to see it so I can show it to the people. Okay. Excuse me, y'all. I need to show it to the people. Okay, let's get into it. So that's her mug shot. Okay, that's the mug shot. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see here. I see her charges. She was charged with touch or strike, battery or DV, touch or strike, battery, trespassing unoccupied structure or conveyance, resisting officer obstruction with violence. Now those are the charges. I don't see. I'm gonna have to go find the whole thing because I don't see it right here. But I believe you, girl. I know you wouldn't make that up. I know y'all. I know my people don't do that, so I know you wouldn't make that up. But I find that to be very interesting. But anyway, because I don't mean no harm. But I'm gonna just say this, and then we're gonna get into my commentary. But I don't care who you are filling out this police report. That ain't white. No disrespect. But I don't care who you are filling out that police report. Where you get white from? Mm. Anybody who like that BS are demon possessed. Oh wow, Truth Seeker said I'm coming. Truth Seeker was like, I choose violence. Sometimes it's people who enter the information. If you have a Latin surname, will automatically be entered as white. Yeah, I know. We you know, when we talked about that vintage. Well, before we were talking about that with the numbers when it comes to a lot of Latino people are put in as W in the jail system to make the numbers look disproportionate of black to white. We talked about that before. All right, so let's look at this. I'm gonna start with last night and then I'm gonna go back, but I'm probably gonna be all over the place. So y'all, my people who are used to being here, y'all know what I do. Y'all know what I do. Just put it in the chat. Let me get centered, okay? Last night, Zeus Network had a fight night. Now, for those of us who grew up in the heyday of boxing, which in my opinion, I feel like the heyday of boxing was when I was growing up, which was like the 90s. They do it in healthcare too. Yeah, they do it all the time. They do it all the time. But that's why, see, this way I'm about to go left again. But that's why last week, because people was coming in my comments last week trying to giving me a history lesson on Puerto Rico. I know what I know. I know what Puerto Rico is. I know where it is. I know. I know. I understand the makeup of the people of the island. I get it. I'm not ignorant to that. But the point that I was trying to make last week when we were talking about Jocelyn, talking about I chose to be black and she didn't understand Amber Rose and not understand. Well, thank you for being here, Sheila. I'm glad you caught me, boo. Not understanding Amber Rose having issues with how to navigate her mixed lineage, right? That's the point that I was making last week was you are choosing to be black. You're making a choice to be black. But society doesn't always see it that way. Y'all understand what I was trying to say last night? Okay. I mean, what I was trying to say last week, I think most of y'all got it. But, oh, y'all can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because my mic's not even on. Can y'all hear me? Okay, y'all got me because y'all talking. Well, the mic's not on, but if y'all can hear me, we're going to keep it moving. If y'all say y'all can hear me, okay. Okay, so that was my only point last week. You were so offended by Amber Rose and you were like, I'm choosing. I don't have a choice, ma'am. But moving on. Let's get to it. So last night was fight night. And like I said, I grew up in what I consider maybe not the heyday of boxing, because we definitely can't discredit the Muhammad Ali's and the George Foremans and the Sugar Ray Leonards and stuff like that. We definitely cannot, and the marvelous Marvin Haglers and stuff. We definitely cannot negate those major players in the history of boxing. But I grew up, I guess, the tail end of that, moving into the Mike Tyson era, right? So I remember Muhammad Ali. I remember marvelous Marvin Hagler. I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard grew up in Maryland, so of course, I mean, he's from Maryland, so of course we were big Sugar Ray Leonard, followers here in the area and stuff like that. But it was, to me, that was sort of the heyday of boxing. So I remember, I'm saying all that to say I remember fight night. Okay, we have fight night here in the city. We still have fight night here in the city. And I remember fight night, and I remember it being a big deal. I remember when pay-per-view was big, and people would put in $20 to get the $50 Mike Tyson fight that you knew was only gonna last for 20 seconds, but the rest of the night was a big old party. You playing cards, you talking shit, you listening to some good music, right? Because you knew the fight wasn't gonna last that long. I remember all of that. So when I heard that Floyd Mayweather was doing an exhibition, because let's be clear, that's all that was an exhibition, okay? Floyd Mayweather has retired, okay? Floyd Mayweather has absolutely retired. It is an exhibition. And I knew that whatever deal, because we could call Floyd Mayweather a lot of things, but one thing we're not going to call him is stupid, all right? So I knew that whatever it was, whatever deal he made with Lemuel Plummer, I'm going to call him Plummer because I want to keep messing up the man's first name. I'm going to say Plummer. Whatever deal he made, we knew it was a lucrative one, right? So we had fight night last night, and he was boxing John Gotti. Now I'm going to just assume, and y'all correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, okay? Yeah, the descrambler. Y'all remember that? Having to get that descrambler back? Yeah, you know how it was. So correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. I'm assuming that John Gotti is the grandson of the John Gotti. I'm assuming that he's in the Gotti family somehow, some way. If I'm wrong, correct me. So we had this going on last night, okay? We have this going on last night. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I knew it was happening. I did not know it was last night because between the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the Tonys, and y'all know I don't watch Zeus, so I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it. Okay, I don't know nothing about it. I honestly didn't know it was happening until that fight was 1999. Yeah, see, no, I'm not playing them. I didn't listen. I stopped giving Zeus my 7.99, so I know I wasn't giving them 20. Okay. I personally, yes, girl, you know your mom, man. Shut up, Tracy. I ain't fooling with Tracy. Y'all know Tracy swear, I'm about that life. Don't y'all see my halo? I don't know nothing about that life. Y'all see my halo? So when I started scrolling through my phone after I got off my live last night and I started seeing these images, I think the first thing I saw was the melee in the ring. I said, what the hell? Why are they fighting in the ring down to the Zeus? So I looked at that video and I saw how that fight started and I saw how that went down. Okay. Now, when it comes to Zeus, you just don't know what's scripted and what ain't, child. You just don't know what is scripted and what ain't. So I said, well, maybe this was just a setup. Maybe this was scripted. I know. But what I did know was that the money team was definitely not going to let that golden goose get hurt. So I wasn't worried about none of it because I already knew that the money team was not. I ain't worried about Floyd getting hurt. First of all, Floyd got hands for real. Like he ain't no fake boxer. He got hands in real life. So I really wasn't worried about Floyd. Let's be clear. Second of all, the money team, they ain't gonna let that golden goose get hurt. So I knew if Floyd didn't get him, the money team would, and there it is. Okay. Then I saw these performances. We have Blueface and Krishan. Now I told y'all I purposely stopped talking about them. As I said, I really, really stopped talking about that. I know every once in a while I give y'all a little check-in, but I already told y'all, and we're gonna get back to that. But I done already told y'all that my 2 cents about the Blueface Krishan situation is not gonna end well. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. And I don't wish it on them, and I pray that it ain't that I'm wrong. Listen, if anybody wants to be wrong, it is me, but I just don't see nothing positive on that road. And I was really feeling good when she sort of seemed to get away from him for a couple of weeks and she was still being successful without him. Because I think part of what she needs to understand is that she can still be successful without him. She was on stage with Glorilla. She was out moving and shaking with other people in the industry and making and doing things and making money. So I really feel like I was feeling positive. Now, but I told y'all it take a while. When you've been conditioned and it's been ingrained in you, it's gonna take a while for her to detox. So I'm not surprised to see her go back, especially when there was a payday involved. I wasn't surprised, but we're just gonna pray. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed and we're gonna keep positive thoughts. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Princess. Exactly. So I saw that performance last night. Now, am I the only one that thought that performance was horrible? Like you could like, and I know that sometimes when you're in a big arena, that's why you have to invest in your equipment. That's why the Beyoncés and the Janet Jacksons of the world put a whole lot of money in their sound equipment. Because if y'all don't think that these women are singing over a track, I don't know what to tell y'all. And I'm not saying they can't sing. Before y'all come for me, I'm not saying that they cannot sing, but what I'm saying is that when you're in a huge arena and you are on a worldwide tour like Beyonce is night after night after night after night, listen, there's tracks involved. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what I know. Y'all ain't got to be mad at me. It is what it is. But I'm looking at this performance and I thought she looked cute. Now I ain't gonna say the little belly bump is cute. Now let me tell you something. Krishan gonna give you that belly bump if she ain't gonna give you nothing else. We gonna get that belly bump till that baby come out. Now, that's just what it's gonna be. Her and Rihanna, we're gonna get that belly bump to that baby come out. But that thing was terrible. That performance was shit. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. That performance was some shit. Okay. Then I saw Jocelyn's performance. And the caption was like, Jocelyn put it down. Jocelyn did this. And I'm thinking, what the hell are they looking at? Because I thought Jocelyn's performance was just as bad as theirs. I said, okay, clearly we're just dealing with the lowest common denominator. The lowest common denominator. Because y'all really hyping them up like they did something. I said, I don't understand how the same people that be up here putting Queen Beyonce on this pedestal are the same people saying, oh yeah, they shut that shit down. The two don't match now. Y'all know I ain't the biggest fan, but y'all know I will always give that woman her props for putting on a great performance. Now, I ain't never told y'all no different. But how you putting Beyonce and Jocelyn in the same category, I'll never understand that. Then, that's true, princess. That's true. They don't. You right. They don't know real talent, honey. Then I started seeing the fight, the Jocelyn situation. And they said that Jocelyn got into it with what the girl name? Big Les, I don't know. Big Les, I don't know. And all I saw, and I'm sure y'all saw the same clip that I saw, where clearly the girl was already on the ground. So I didn't see the fight from the beginning. And I don't know who else did, and I'm not going to look for it. All right. And she's kicking this girl, right? Security is trying to pull her back, and she's kicking and the security. And then I saw them separate them. The poor girl's shirt was you saw her titties. They had to put the thing over the nipples and all of that. And Jocelyn just wouldn't stop. She was like a rabid dog. Then I saw security pulling her back, and she slapped security. That might be where that other charge came from about law enforcement, because she clearly slapped the hell out of that security guard. Now, I don't know if that was security guard or if that was a real police officer, but she slapped the hell out of him. And then they said, they said Melissa was in it. Melissa, now, Princess, or anybody else who knows, is that the Melissa from Love and Hip Hop? Melissa? Because I saw a girl in it. And I saw a girl, she snuck somebody else, because somebody ended up throwing a drink on Jocelyn. Of course, that, that got her all revved up again. And then it looked like Melissa, whoever that girl was, I keep seeing people saying Melissa. So that was okay. So that was Melissa from Love and Hip Hop. Used to be Mimi friend / girl / whatever she was. And then she snuck somebody. And then on my way to work this morning, I was having a conversation with somebody. And this is what made me say, you know what, I might have to come up here and talk about this. I said, and then there was a whole nother fight. Did y'all see that? I saw that clip a little while ago where there was a whole nother fight with a bunch of dudes. I don't even know who those people were, but they were back there fighting too. And I was having this conversation on my way to work this morning, and I said to this person, I said, Zeus manages to turn everything into the lowest representation of us. What is it about Zeus that turns all of this, everything, into the lowest representation of us? Do you know that there have been 5,672 fight nights? We've had Muhammad Ali talking shit. We've had Mike Tyson biting people's ears off. We had I remember a video of Marvin Hagler jumping on a car one time, trying to go after somebody. We have had all types of representation of bad behavior at fights. Okay, let's just go. Hell, Floyd Mayweather daddy jumped in the ring one time. He had to get sanctioned. We have seen all representations of fight nights. Oh Lord, we don't want to forget Riddick Bowe, child. You know, I knew Riddick Bowe's wife, the wife that he kidnapped. I'll tell y'all that story one day. Anyway, we have had some bad representation. I ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat it for y'all. We've had some bad. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, thank you for the cash app. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Child, you know I'm working hard over here. Thank you, my love. And but we ain't never seen no shit like that last night. I ain't never. Never. We ain't never seen no shit like that. From the melee inside of the ring to 3-4 fights backstage involving people who ain't even boxers. These people ain't. We getting there, Misbehaving. Ooh, you ahead of me, boo boo. We gonna get there. Misbehaving said respectfully, Zeus was founded on ratchetness, low vibrational behavior, and antics, and that is where we're going next. Thank you, because that's where we're going next. Yeah. The other thing I said this morning was that must have been a pretty big payday for Floyd Mayweather to put his legacy on the line for this. And because let's be clear, we don't know what's real and what's fake. I don't know if that melee in the ring was real or if that was some manufactured Zeus bullshit. Because Zeus is such a horrible representation, and because it's always about the fighting, the fighting, the fighting. I don't know if it's real or not. But the fact that that Floyd Mayweather, and whether you love him or hate him, right? People can love or hate Floyd Mayweather. The one thing you can't say about Floyd Mayweather is that he did not earn his place in the Boxing Hall of Fame. You cannot say that this man did not earn his placement among the greats in that field. That's what you can't say. Now we can talk about he's arrogant and we can talk about he's this and he's that. But what we can't say is that man has not earned his way to where he is. And the fact that he would be willing to, in my opinion, be willing to fuck up his legacy, that must have been a hell of a payday. So let's go back to the beginning a little bit, because I ain't going all the way back. Lemuel Plummer, and I hope I'm saying the man's name right, but it is what it is. CEO and founder of Zeus Network. Let me read you guys a little bit. I found an article, Forbes magazine. I'm not reading all the article. I'm just gonna read you a little bit of this article on Mr. Plummer. I'm gonna let you hear some things, okay? Lemmy Plummer, because they said Lemmy Plummer, so I'm gonna call him Lemmy, has made history as the CEO of Zeus Network, being raised by parents who owned and operated multiple television stations in Detroit. It was natural that Plummer would follow in his parents' footsteps to create his own multimedia dynasty. When Plummer started the subscription video on demand streaming network in 2018, he was praised for being an innovator, breaking barriers as a black millennial. However, more recently, Plummer has been criticized for what some are saying is exploitative content toward black people through perpetuating negative stereotypes and images and negative images of blackness. Okay. I want you to read, and I'm going to just drop down a little bit and read a little bit more. There's no doubt that Lemmy Plummer has made a significant accomplishment by starting the network. However, critics stress the importance of positive representation of blackness in America. Systemic racism and anti-blackness are part of the foundation of the country's tapestry, deeply interwoven throughout America's norms, mores, laws, and culture. Most Black people experience various forms of racism, implicit bias, and prejudice daily. A long line of research suggests that racism and implicit bias are maintained through various facets of popular culture, such as film and television. Black television and film directors and producers have fought tirelessly to find funding to produce television shows and films that reflect Black culture in a positive light, all while demeaning and demoralizing images of Black people run rampant on both mediums. The Jezebel trope of Black women, which depicts them as sexually promiscuous and untrustworthy, and stereotyped images of angry, aggressive, and intellectually inferior Black men have plagued television and film. Reality series such as The Real Housewives franchise and Love and Hip Hop have received similar criticism for further perpetuating those stereotypes and misrepresentations of Blackness by depicting Black women as loud, argumentative, and lacking self control. And I got this from Forbes magazine. I could put the link in the chat if you guys want to read the whole article. Um, and this was written in 2022, November of 2022. So this is a pretty recent article. A few months ago, Funky Dineva and Lemuel Plummer got into it on Fox Soul, where basically Funky Dineva pretty much brought up a lot of those same arguments. And they had sort of a back and forth. And then Funky Dineva went on his platform to further expand it. So you can go to Funky Dineva's channel and watch that. But it's a good, because I feel like his points that he was making were pretty valid. I told you guys a lot of the same thing. I did subscribe to Zeus to watch Bad Boys Club. And I'll be honest with you, the only reason why I was going to read it, watch it and review it, is because I was like, well, we got Carry On Franklin. This was last season. We got Carry On Franklin. We thought it was going to be Andrew Caldwell, which ended up not being Andrew Caldwell. He was on there for one episode. Um, and Darrell. Because I love Darrell. Where the money reside, where the money reside. I liked Darrell. But y'all know I only reviewed reviewed the show for like what 4 episodes, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, I can't. I'm not. I can't. I won't. Now that's nothing against anybody that still reviews the shows and all that. I'm not. This is not. Thank you, Michelle, for becoming a member. Thank you, my love. Hey, everybody coming in. This is not an indictment on people who still choose to watch the show. Because let me say this: all of us, and I'm saying us because I'm including myself, all of us, the people who enjoy reality TV to a certain extent, we bear the brunt of some of this, not everything, obviously, because we all enjoy to a certain extent the ratchetness. Even if you like the quote unquote white reality shows, and that's the other thing, we're not going to act like white reality don't have ratchetness because they do. All right. Hell, they fought on every episode of Mob Wives. Teresa be flipping tables, and hell, she the only person that ever assaulted Andy Cohen and kept her job. She straight up assaulted that man and kept her job. Chef Don, I said the same thing. I said the same thing. If you go back, or you probably was here though, but I said the same thing about Orlando Brown and about Rasby. I said they were exploiting both of them, and I said that. And I said, and I didn't think it was going to end well. It's. I'm glad I was wrong, because I know I don't have no problem being wrong. But I said the same thing. I was like, it's not going to end well. But what I want to bring to y'all's attention about that bio on Lemmy Plummer, yes, he comes from a family of radio and TV people. But something that article left out, and Chef Don, if you don't already know this is going to perk your ears up. Something that article did not bring to us or share with us is his father is a Kojic bishop. And those radio and television stations, a lot of them were gospel based. So you grew up a PK. You grew up upper middle class. You ain't come from the dirt. You didn't. So to me, and work with me on this one, y'all. Work with me on this one. If y'all think I'm putting 20 on 10, y'all can put it in the chat. Y'all can say, all right, really, but you putting 20 on 10. You putting 20 on 10. Why is that important to me? That's important to me because this, in my opinion, you are further exploiting the Black community, because that's not even where you come from. That's not what you grew up with. That's not your story. When we look at the Jocelyn cabarets of the world, these women that she's auditioning, these women are doing what they got to do to survive. These are women that are adult entertainment dancers, adult entertainment workers. These are people who are looking at this as an opportunity to get out of where they are. Now, come on, y'all. Let's call a thing a thing. Let's call a thing a thing. When we look at Baddies Club, these are people who are looking for an opportunity to get out. Not every single person. I can't go down the list and say every single person does. You know, some of them women might have came from middle class and upper middle class too. That's fine. But I'm talking about the vast majority of the people who he chooses to put on these shows are people who are getting it from the mud. And I'm not going to judge them for looking for a way to get out and get there. We know Krishan's story. Krishan's story, she come from the gutter. And I don't mean that in a bad way. We know she come from the streets of Baltimore. She dealt with parents who were addicted to drugs. She dealt with domestic violence. She dealt with all sorts of situations in her life. She got out through track, went on a reality show looking for an out, and got caught up with this boy. Let's look at Blueface and Krishan. Anybody with working eyes, hell, I don't even have working eyes and I can see it clearly while they work, but you know, with assistance. That is not just toxic, that is dangerous. And yet you put them on TV or on your streaming channel week after week after week. And not only did you bring it to us for season 1, we got a season 2 coming of Blueface and Krishan. Now here go the part y'all not gonna like. Hold on, let me take a drink before I say it, because y'all ain't gonna like this part. Y'all ain't gonna like this part. Y'all ain't gonna like this part. I love y'all, but y'all ain't gonna like this part. If he wasn't making money, he would stop doing it. Huh? You heard me? If he wasn't making money, he would stop doing it. I'm just saying. I'm just I'm just saying it. Y'all feeling me? Y'all still love me? Okay. All right. That's why for me, I made a decision. And y'all know I don't preach to none of y'all down here. We come down here, we have a good time. I give y'all my opinion and I love y'all, whether you agree or disagree with me. And sometimes y'all disagree with me and y'all make me see it from a different angle. And I have to say, you know what? That's right. That's right. Hey, everybody coming in. Hope you guys are hitting that like button as you come in. Please come on in and take a seat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit the button. We have a good time over here. Donations are not required, but they are accepted, and I appreciate that too. Chef Don Don, you looked it up, or did you already know? Did you look? I see you put in the chat who his daddy is. Did you already know, or did you have to look it up? You need a drink, Don Don. You might need to call me. Don Don, you might need to hit me up because you didn't know. You didn't know? Ah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don Don one of my people that keep me straight with when it comes to the Kojic side of things. And I just gave him some tidbits. He didn't know. He didn't know, huh? And so this is what I'm saying. I had to make a decision for myself, right? I told you guys, I said, oh, I want to review Bad Boys Club. I never watched none of the baddie stuff. I still don't watch none of that. You know who his dad is, but you didn't know that was his dad. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. See? And at the end of the day, I had to say to myself, I'm watching this. I watched that first episode. Hey, Leo. Mwah. Hey, my love. We're talking about Zeus Network, child. Lowest common denominator. I had to say to myself, I watched that first episode and I said, what in the hell? Now I'm gonna say this here, and I know this is I know I might be splitting hairs. I know, so y'all can put it in the chat and say, really be you splitting hairs now. I'm okay with that. To me, when I looked at Bad Boys Club versus a Real Housewives or a Love and Hip Hop, right? I ain't get Bad Boys Club. I didn't get it. Like I was like, so basically what you did was you threw a bunch of people in a room or in a house and you said fight. I mean, that's what you did. Now, with the Real Housewives, we know that over the years we've had incidents. We know they do a whole lot of yelling, very few physical altercations. There's been a few, we know. But in the history of Housewives and all the franchise of Housewives, we could probably count on one hand how many times somebody really seriously put their hand on somebody. Like, it's very few. We got a lot of throwing, we get a lot of yelling, we get a whole lot of, I'm about to headbutt you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's good behavior, and I'm not saying I'm proud of it. Same thing with Love and Hip Hop. Now we have more instances of Love and Hip Hop. We definitely have more instances of Love and Hip Hop. But the difference to me is there's a premise there that's not just fighting. Even if the men and the women sometimes do that, the premise that this is why I'm saying there's a difference. For Bad Boys Club, hey Queen Diva, how are you, my love? I haven't seen you in a while. Sending love to you and your sister. You tell your sister I asked about her too. Here's what I'm going to say to you. For me, there's a difference. And here's what my difference is. And I might be splitting hairs. And I'm telling you, for Bad Boys Club, those mofos was fighting on the bus. They were already drunk and they were fighting on the bus before they even got to the damn house. There was no expectation of good behavior. You know why there was no expectation of good behavior? Because them fools had 24-hour security and they had taken any weapon out of the house. They cleaned out the kitchen. They took out the knives out of the kitchen. They took anything that they thought could be used as a weapon. When they bought those men food, they had plastic utensils. So that says to me that there's no expectation of good behavior. That is not the same as a reality of a Real Housewives or a Love and Hip Hop. Now, do we see bad behavior? We do, and I'm not gonna hold you. We see bad behavior on all of these platforms. Hell, we see bad behavior on the damn 90-Day Fiance. We see bad behavior. We see the bad behavior. It's there because we've ingrained a culture of we want that excitement. What's the first? We done had this conversation 20 times before. What's the first thing we say when the episode, a reality show, and somebody ain't arguing? It was boring. That was just a filler episode. And myself, I'm even trying to change my language when I review. If y'all notice, those of you who watch my reviews, I even try to change my language. I was looking at when I reviewed Bell Collective, I said that some people might say this was a filler episode. However, let me tell you why this was a good episode. I'm even trying to change my language so that we can get past that mindset of if people ain't arguing, it's boring. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't saving nothing because I love the drama just like y'all love the drama. Okay, I ain't standing on no pedestal. But to me, Zeus ain't the same. We look at a Jocelyn Hernandez. Everything about this woman's success has told her that her bad behavior gets rewarded. Everything. From loving hip hop to having a spinoff. She had the spinoff shows with her and Stevie J. Remember, they had like 2 seasons of their spinoff show. When she had the baby, she had a baby special. She got fired from Love and Hip Hop. They tried to bring her back, and she still didn't act right. And then she gets rewarded for all of that bad behavior. She gets rewarded with what? Her own show on Zeus Network. And not only does she get rewarded with her, right, from day one, she was a damn cheater. Not only does she get rewarded for her bad behavior, she gets multiple seasons. She went from Jocelyn's Cabaret in Florida to Jocelyn's Cabaret in Vegas. Now they're doing their auditioning for Jocelyn's Cabaret in New York. This woman has been rewarded time and time and time again. She's on College Hill. And what did she say to y'all? I didn't watch this season. I saw clips and I watched reviews. I watched people who reviewed it. But what did she say? She said, y'all know what y'all brought me here for. Y'all know what y'all want to see from the Puerto Rican princess. Because in her mind, the only time you ask me to show up is to act the fool. The only time you ask me to show up is to act the fool because I ain't never been rewarded for my good behavior. Not since I've been introduced to TV have I been rewarded for my good behavior. Not one time. So then last night you invite her to the fight and you invite her nemesis, somebody that she been fighting with since I think the first season they said of Jocelyn's Cabaret. Shout out to Jamie That's Me because I was watching Jamie That's Me. Shout out to Jamie That's Me. I think it's from the first season. So you invite her. Now, I don't know how the fight started. I don't. I wasn't there. I don't know how the fight started. Okay. But you invite her nemesis, and you and with the mentality that I have never been rewarded for acting like I got some goddamn sense. And we get what we got last night. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I don't think them charges are going to stick. So don't get excited. Don't get happy. I think they're going to end up getting thrown out or they're going to be reduced so low that she probably just going to end up paying a damn fine and it's going to be what it's going to be. I really don't think it's going to go nowhere. I think she was arrested because of just how blatant it was, but I honestly don't think it's going to go nowhere. So don't get mad if it get thrown out or we don't hear nothing else about it and people just be like, whatever happened to that cat? Child ain't going to do none of that, child. From the clips I saw today, it looked like her and her mom were chemically impaired. Who? Jocelyn mama was there? Or Big Lex mama? Somebody said Tiffany, New York. Exactly. She was rewarded as well. But the one thing I will say about New York, because she was definitely rewarded for her bad behavior. But 99%, I mean, for the exception of when she yanked the shit out of Pumpkin, but I would have yanked the shit out of Pumpkin too. Pumpkin spit on her. I would have yanked the shit out of her too. I'm just gonna go ahead and call a thing. I'm just gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you the truth from the fake. I'd have yanked her ass too. Now I'm just gonna tell you what I'm telling. I'm just telling you. But for the exception of Pumpkin, New York do a lot of talking. She do a lot of yelling. She the loudest one in the room, but she don't really do no whole lot of physicalness. Now I ain't saying I can't go through her whole history of reality TV and say she ain't never done it, but we know New York more for just being a smart ass. Or her man, not her mama. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, again, I'm not defending her bad behavior because bad behavior is bad behavior, but in the reality of the situation, we know New York more for this. She do a lot of that. Not to make it a racial issue, but has she assaulted a melanin deficient woman? Who? Jocelyn? I don't don't know about if she's done it on her cabaret show. I like the way you worded that, melanin deficient. Melanin deficient. I don't know about the cabaret show, but on Love and Hip Hop, no. From what I saw, I've never looked at her Zeus show. I've never looked at it. So I just had to listen, y'all. I just had to rant and rave for a few minutes. I appreciate y'all for listening, and a lot of y'all was agreeing with me, and you saw where I was going with that. Um, my boy Chef Don Don is over there, and listen, if y'all not subscribed to Chef Don Don, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Chef Don Don because Chef Don Don is getting ready to do an expose in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He get ready to break this thing down further. I know him. I know my boo for his works, and Don Don is go probably tomorrow morning. Give him about 24 hours to get it all together, honey, because he know the plumbers from the Kojic side, and he about to break that thing down. I know what he about to do. Look, he laughing because he know I ain't lying. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, Don Don. She fought Mimi and Erica Dixon and Jessica Dime. Right, yeah, but I don't know. She said melanin deficient people. Chef about to run down to the daddy. Hey, Dr. Coltan. Hey, hey, hey. So yeah, I just feel like at some point, y'all, I'ma say me. That's why I unsubscribed, and that's why I told y'all I don't ask me. And again, I'll tell y'all what other content creators that I'm cool with that are reviewing these shows, because there ain't no judgment. I'm not judging nobody for doing what they do on their platform. I'm talking about me. I personally, I just can't. Chef Don Don, he some one of my mods, Tracy, can you drop Don Don's link in the chat and Princess too? House of Princess, can you drop her link in the chat too? Those are two content creators that I see in the chat. If somebody else is here, y'all drop down, and let me know. But y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Chef Don Don, and y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Princess, House of Princess. Don Don usually goes live in the mornings, but he goes live. He does his afternoon shows in the morning. That's usually when I catch him when I'm at work. I be in his bushes. But he goes live in the afternoons too. But I'm usually doing my own thing in the afternoon. Hey St. James, how are you? I've been catching you, St. James, over there on them Thais streets, honey, over them Thais streets. There's House of Princess and Chef Don Don's link. If you guys are not subscribed, y'all check them out. But Don Don is definitely gonna probably do a breakdown, and he usually does his exposés. He usually does his deep dives in the morning, and then in the afternoon he does like his hot topics and stuff like that. Fran J, it's your birthday. That's it. That's all. Y'all make sure y'all drop a happy birthday to Fran J in the chat. Ain't she a member? Fran, you are a member. So if you want to drop your cash app in the chat and anybody want to bless Fran, y'all make sure y'all do that. Fran has been a subscriber for a long time over here. Princess, today your birthday too. Today your birthday, Princess. I need to get your cash app so I can send you a little happy birthday. But Fran, if you want to drop your cash app in the chat, y'all do that. Fran been, like I said, Fran been a subscriber and a supporter for a long time over here, and she is a member. So welcome, a happy birthday. Yeah. So I just had to vent y'all because I was like, how did Zeus Network turn something that was so promising into a total shit show? From what happened in the ring. Tonight is my body. Tomorrow's your birthday. Okay, well, I'll be over there either tonight or tomorrow, my love. I'll definitely be over there. Anytime Ballista couldn't calm Jocelyn down, his so-called woman. You know what? But there it is right there. If y'all want to bless Fran, y'all, you don't have to, y'all, but it's her birthday. She's a member. And like I said, she has been a supporter of my channel for a long time. Fran been over here for a while. So if y'all want to bless her, y'all can. If y'all don't, it ain't no, y'all know we don't, ain't no stress to it. But y'all make sure. And Princess said she having her party tonight, so y'all head on over to Princesses tonight and wish her a happy birthday in the chat. So like I said, y'all, I just had to vent that thing. I just had to get it off my chest, y'all. I just had to come over here and tell y'all how I was feeling because that thing was making me feel some kind of way. And this whole situation with Jocelyn, Listen, that girl looked like a rabid dog. Ma'am, you are almost 40 years old, if not already 40. You are a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, at what point do you grow up? I mean, when Bonnie Bella gets older, the tell all book she made. Listen, remember she lost custody for she temporarily lost custody of Bonnie Bella to Stevie J. Now listen, that's got to be sad when Stevie J is the better parent. I mean, I know the judge looked at that paperwork and said, "Well, damn, you mean to tell me that Stevie J was a better parent? You lost custody to Stevie J?" That's just like Blueface and Chris Sean. I pray for that baby. I pray for that baby. Because can you imagine a judge having to make a decision about who the best parent is between the two of them? I cannot. Floyd Mayweather, talking to you, sir. Now, I ain't never been a big Floyd Mayweather fan, but I'm talking to you. You better moonwalk your ass on out of there, because if you keep fooling with Zeus, Zeus is gonna fuck up your legacy. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, you already in the Hall of Fame, and you clearly got more money than you know what to do with, because you keep doing dumb shit with your money. But it ain't my money; it's your business. But at the end of the day, is that really what you want people to remember you for? Like, people remember the last thing you did. It's easy for people to remember the last thing you did and want to rewrite your legacy. And last night was not a good look. Being attached to any of that was not a good look. Floyd Mayweather walked out with his grandson, y'all. His grandson was with him last night. That's how he walked to the ring with his grandson in his arms. And that is how the rest of the night went. That ain't what this is supposed to be. That's not what this is supposed to be. I believe that once she detoxes from Blueface and detoxes from the rest of what she need to detox from, I think she would be the better mother as well. The problem is if and when it's going to happen. Is she going to detox? When she going to detox? And I mean from him. Don, listen, I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram when I get off of here, because I need to hear what you have to say, baby. Listen, a little birdie put that in my ear. That's why I didn't know if you knew, Don. A little birdie put that in my ear, baby. I said, he what? Because and I know this is gonna sound real effed up when I say it, and I'm wrapping it up, y'all. I'm about to get off here in a few minutes. But I know, and listen, it's 185 people in the chat. If you have not hit the link button, please hit the link. I mean, link, Lord. If you hadn't hit the like, hit the like. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Try, we have a good time. We have conversations like this all the time over here. And join us. And look, donations are not required, but they are gratefully accepted. I appreciate that. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that as well. And I saw with John Gotti and daughter, and was coming after Yaya, Yaya. What's his daughter's name? Is Yaya. And I saw where the auntie and Yaya's mama responded. I know her auntie responded. Listen, excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. Gotti. Excuse me. Miss Gotti. You don't want that smoke. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, don't get me wrong. I know y'all mafioso and everything. I know y'all mafia. I ain't disrespecting that. But you don't want that smoke. You don't want that money team on you. You don't want that money team on you. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, I know y'all mafioso and all that, but sound like a bunch of kids on my porch, and I'm trying to find out why. Correction, Jocelyn and I are the same age range. We attend the same high school. She is closer to AARP. Oh, you and Jocelyn went to the same high school, girl. Thank you so much, Nisi 1908. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you so much, baby. What? Yeah, I'm telling you. Jocelyn is older than what they saying she is. I agree. I thank you. I believe you. Listen. And then y'all remember last week when Jocelyn had that performance and she sat there cried, talking about something. This is the first time she ever performed not high on cocaine. That must be because the man didn't get there to deliver your package before you went on stage. Because if you think that I'm supposed to believe that you are sober after that performance last night, no ma'am. And I mean her performance on stage and backstage. No ma'am. No ma'am. Wendy said Jocelyn went to high school. Listen, I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna say it. I was thinking it, child. I was thinking it. I don't think she graduated though. I think she said she didn't graduate from high school, if I remember correctly. Abby said. Abby said she over here cracking up. Sonya said you are so polite when you say excuse me. Listen, I just be trying to let people know. I try to be polite because I know that the Gotti girls, I know y'all think y'all ate that. I know y'all really think y'all want that smoke with y'all. But let me tell you something. Now listen. Now listen. I don't want to erase everything I just said. I know I'm about to erase everything I just said. But work with me on this one, y'all. Work with me on this one, y'all. My favorite reality show of all time was Mob Wives. Now, if y'all gonna bring back Mob Wives Part 2, and y'all gonna bring back them Gotti girls and the Yayas, I might see what y'all talking about. I'm joking. I'm really playing. I don't want to see no parts of that. But Mob Wives was my favorite show. The Mob Wives was my favorite show. Now I love me some Mob Wives. I know that's my show. I love me some Mob Wives now. Yeah, Jocelyn got arrested. Now she probably out on bond already, but she did get arrested this morning. Then she got 4 counts. She didn't say she graduated from high school. She said they went to high school together. Now she didn't say the girl graduated. Oh, being Bobby Brown is a good one. Being Bobby Brown is a good one. Mm. Mm-hmm. I think being Bobby Brown helped it helped clear Bobby Brown's name because we saw that child anyway. Even the mob wives wasn't fighting shit. What mob wise show you look at? That Drita, and with my girl, what's her face's daughter, the one who did the spinoff, Mob Families or whatever. What's her name, y'all? Shit. Her dad was the one that Karen. Yeah, Karen and Drita. Them, you talking about somebody fighting? They stayed fighting. Renee got a couple. Renee had a couple of fights too. Renee, remember that girl in her house? She was dragging that girl through her house. If I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, she was dragging that girl through her house. Yeah, Renee Graziano. That my girl right there. I love me some Renee. Renee be on TikTok, honey, living her best life. I love me some Big Ange. Yeah, Karen and Drita stay. Child, they stay fighting. Even down to the last season where they supposed to be having a sit down, and Drita was about to whoop Karen. Listen, they stayed fighting. Yeah, R.I.P. That was my girl, Big Ange. She became hood famous when she was involved in robbing Pac-Man Jones back in the day. Who? Who robbed Pac-Man Jones? I'm over Jocelyn. Stevie should have sent her back to the club. Right. I'm not going back to the club, Stevie. Ma'ams, I need to talk to you too. I had an idea about something we talked about last week. I kind of just gave myself away, but yeah, Drita was my girl. I love me some Drita. I love Drita. On the show, Drita was my favorite. But now I love me some Renee. I love Renee Graziano. She is hilarious to me. I love her. I forgot who was in the wrong, Carol or Drita. Somebody took somebody's man, right? Well, technically, I'm gonna say Drita was wrong. Karen had a boyfriend, and when her father turned state's evidence and went to witness protection, they all moved, and Karen had to move away. When Karen had moved away, Drita started messing with her man. And Karen found out that Drita was messing with her man when Karen came back to town. If I remember correctly, y'all, this was years ago. And the reason why I say Drita was wrong is because Karen and Drita were friends. Like they was friends, like they was like best friends, and you slept with her, you got her with her man as soon as she had to leave town, honey. So I say Drita was wrong. In my opinion, Drita was wrong. Mm-hmm. And Drita was like, I ain't get with your man. Y'all weren't together anymore. But I just felt like if y'all was friends, it didn't matter. So Renee was on a podcast and says Drita is mad at her and they don't speak anymore. Aw, I hate to hear that. Well, Drita stopped speaking to a lot of them after Big Ange died because she feels like they weren't there for Ange the way they should have been. I do remember her speaking about that she felt like they weren't really there for Big Ange. Like at the end, she felt like they weren't really there for her. So I remember that. All right, y'all, let me get off of here. Don't forget, 6 o'clock, I will be doing my interview with Dior from Chasing Dallas. So let me get off of here. Let me, relax, relate, release for about 30 minutes. And then the Whether You Like It or Not panel is tonight, child. I'm pulling triple duty tonight. Working hard for y'all. All right. Thank y'all for listening to me rant. I appreciate you. If you're catching this in the replay, tell me how you feel down in the comments, and I will see y'all in about 30 minutes. All right. Peace.